Ethereum has just kicked off the merge, and the stakes are high for the planet. The merger is arguably one of the most anticipated events in cryptocurrency history, as the Ethereum blockchain will move from a worryingly power-hungry transactions validation method to a new strategy that uses a fraction of the electricity used by the network to gobble up. In today's video, we're going to discuss how the merge will slash Ethereum's climate pollution. Stay tuned to find out. The transitions is expected to reduce Ethereum's energy consumptions by 99.95%. This is a big deal as just last week, it was estimated that the cryptocurrency network uses the same electricity as the country of Bangladesh annually. All that energy, of course, comes from a huge amount of carbon dioxide pollutions that is exacerbating climate change. Ethereum's native token Ether is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world by market capitalizations after Bitcoin. How should almost all of the pollutions that Ethereum was pumping out pretty much disappear? It's complicated. So, let's break it down as simply as possible. What is the merge? It boils down to a drastic change in how transactions are recorded on the Ethereum blockchain. A blockchain is a record of transactions that is held in common rather than by a single institution such as a bank. Many different players add blocks of transaction records to the chain, which is why blockchains are often described as distributed ledgers. With so many players, also known as nodes, involved, blockchains need a security system to make sure no one messes with or takes over the ledger. The old versions of an Ethereum security system turns out to be intentionally energy intensive, so the network is moving to a new one through the merge. Is the merge going to fix Ethereum's environmental problems? The merger hopefully should significantly reduce Ethereum's environmental footprint. To go beyond proof of work, Ethereum is moving to a new process for validating transactions called proof of stake. The method completely eliminates all that annoying puzzle solving, eliminating the need for powerful hardware and huge amounts of electricity to keep the blockchain running. Instead of using huge energy costs to discourage misbehavior, proof of stake requires validators to hold crypto tokens as collateral. In this way, validators have an interest in maintaining the accuracy of the ledger. If someone else on the network discovers that someone has added bad blocks to the chain, the culprit loses the tokens he has staked. In the case of Ethereum, you need to stake 32 ETH tokens to start as a validator. With each token worth around $1,600 today, bad actors risk losing a lot of money. Validators will continue to be rewarded with new tokens for doing the job correctly. Bad chips put them into a new type of lottery to verify transaction blocks and receive that prize. An algorithm randomly chooses which validators among those that have staked the tokens to create the next block in the chain. To increase the chances of being chosen to add the block, more tokens are needed, not more computing power. What made Ethereum so polluting in the first place? Energy inefficiency was built into the network in the beginning thanks to that old security system Ethereum ran on called proof of work. With proof of work, miners validate blocks of new transactions by solving computational puzzles. This should prevent double spending and miners get new tokens in return. To prevent too many new tokens from flooding the market, solving puzzles becomes more difficult over time and requires more energy. The cost of solving these puzzles in equipment and electricity bills is meant to make it difficult for any entity to gain too much influence on the ledger. If this were to happen, it would defeat the purpose of having a decentralized financial systems in the first place. It also carries the risk of a stalker breaking in and manipulating the ledger for their own gain. With proof of work, energy consumption and pollution increase as miners can earn more token by adding more powerful computers to their operations. Cryptographic miners are essentially gigantic data farms filled with hardware that works 24 hours a day to solve puzzles. When miners move to new locations, electricity bills for neighboring communities often rise. Plus, they leave behind electronic waste from the hardware they used to solve those puzzles. How is this all going to go down? Simply put, all computers running blockchain software must update that software to the latest versions using proof of participations. Of course, this is easier said than done when you have hundreds of thousands of nodes on your network, but we'll come back to this later. To get to this point, the researchers developed a new beacon chain using proof of stake that ran parallel to the main Ethereum proof of work blockchain. The old blockchain should eventually be merged with the beacon chain, removing proof of work. The merger will take place in two phases. The first having just begun after years of delays, the Bellatrix update was released today and will prepare the beacon chain for the final transitions in the coming weeks. In the second phase, the Paris update, cryptocurrency mining for Ethereum using proof of work should finally stop. Tell us in the comment sections your views on this topic. Alright, That's it for today's video. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.